a slave to fringe groups, political correctness, expanding bureaucracies, and our own consumerism. They worked feverishly to move more decision-making to Washington, taking power from the people and giving it to bureaucrats and politicians who want to spend our money, make our decisions, and tie us all up in red tape. So much for empowerment. They have us right where they want us. Now, someone out there will inevitably say, wait a minute, Laura, liberalism has been in the decline for most of our recent political history. Isn't there some Republican blame to go around? To some extent, yes, we are all to blame. Yet it is undeniable that the American left has been at the controls of our culture for most of our lives, dominating academia, the courts, the media, and Hollywood. Most Americans were too busy earning an honest living, raising their children, and going to church to notice what was slowly happening around them, or they thought there was nothing that they could do to stop it. With liberalism rejected at the ballot box, they assumed that elected representatives would live up to their pledges to protect and defend the country and our way of life. But too often, the same politicians who claimed to be for the people turned against us, our principles, and our dreams. Their power to the people movement was a scam. It's time to take our power back. Rights? What rights? Our Declaration of Independence reminds us of the unalienable rights that are ours to enjoy: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These rights are dependent upon one another for survival. We often forget that we have been endowed with these rights by our Creator. How seldom we think of Him and our duty to Him as we exercise these precious rights. In this age of widespread human embryo destruction, abortion and euthanasia, and even cloning, how can we credibly protect the right to life? What is liberty? How do we exercise it without encroaching on the rights of others? And what does it mean to pursue happiness? Is that just a permission slip to indulge our every appetite? Is it a free pass to supersize our meals, wallow in porn, and swell our coffers regardless of the impact on others? No. The Founding Fathers did not risk their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor so we could become spoiled, pampered, narcissistic, and focus solely on our own pleasure. An ordered society was the Founders' goal, a place where we could live our lives in limitless possibility, but only if we fulfilled our obligations. They wanted us to have the liberty to tap into our creative powers for our own good and for the good of our countrymen. This is the pathway to true happiness, but that society is only possible if we, the people, have a shared set of values, a common set of beliefs that bind us together. The Founders did not view liberty as a license, but as a sacred responsibility to be used for the good. Too often, we have sought power in the wrong places, mistaking freedom for the free rein to do whatever we want, whenever we want. That anything-goes mentality is not empowering, it's enslaving. Your power flows from the freedom you have to make your own choices, the right choices, virtuous choices. Freedom must be informed, guided by what's right, in order for us to live joyful, fulfilling lives and for the Republic to survive. When we act irresponsibly, when we act selfishly, when we're lazy or weak, that's when we're most likely to give away our power. And experts are ever ready to impose their own brand of order, set up their own course for the future, and make sure you march in lockstep. The more power we give the elites, the more they become the rulers, and we become the ruled. The good news is it's never too late. Although we've been pushed to the edge of the ravine, we can still save ourselves, but only if we face the reality and defend ourselves. It's time to acknowledge that our cultural and political leaders have failed us, and that we allowed this to happen. Here's where things stand. Family matters. The American family is besieged by a hostile culture, destructive government policies, and by our own selfishness. Under attack from all sides, the traditional family is now regarded as just another social arrangement, no better than any other. Despite every statistic showing that traditional family life is the healthiest for us and for the future of the society.